I know I am. It has been such a long time since we have been able to gather for a meeting. So welcome. We're so glad that you're here. My name is Ursula Warren. I'm with East Missouri Action Agency and the Farmington Senior Nutrition Center. And I am the new president this year. Sorry about that, but that's the breaks, folks. But I sure am glad to see all your faces. We have a small but mighty crowd today, and all of you brave folks who came out today, we appreciate that. And those who are, of course, we're Facebook Live, I guess. So those of you who are out in Facebook land enjoying the meeting, we're glad to have you with us as well. I'd like to introduce our board members and ambassadors. Board members, if you are with us, could you stand up and be recognized, because they are working behind the scenes all the time. Yes. Great job. And we have some amazing ambassadors here, which are the goodwill arm of the chamber. And if you're an ambassador, can you stand up so we can recognize your efforts as well? We have just a couple of them. That's all we need today. They were amazing. Thank you so much for what you do. If you're a first time or special guest today, haven't been with us before, can you stand up and introduce yourself? Okay, go ahead.
I am Eric Dugal, and I will be the St. Francis County Assessor.
Great.
Okay.
Well, welcome. We're glad you're here.
I'm Paul Peterson. I'm the St. Francis County Treasurer. So first meeting, and look forward to attending some more. So.
Great, welcome.
I'm Cheryl Sneed, and I have CNC Suppliers, Janitorial and Food Service Supplies, located over on Flat River Road.
All right, welcome.
I'm Joanna Watts. I'm the Executive Director of Cross Up with Parkland. We are a nonprofit organization that advocates for children in foster care.
All right, welcome. Great.
I'm Dave Cater. I actually haven't been in this capacity before, but long years ago I came to a couple chamber meetings. But with the county commissioner now, District 2, just want to let everybody know that we're here to kind of hear if you got anything, let us know, and just to be a support of your chamber. So.
Thank you.
I'm Gary Buckley. I'm the District 1 Commissioner, first in politics, so a little different than running your business, but if you need any help, just call.
Great, thank you.
It's not my first time, but I'm Michelle Day. I'm the new marketing director for Serenity Hospice Care.
All right, welcome. What a great group we have today. We do have some new investors, and we have quite a list. So we haven't met since July of last year, right? July of 2020 was the last time we gathered together in the same room as a chamber. And since that time, we have added a lot of new investors. I'm going to give you that list just to show you. This is so cool that during a time when we can't get together and there's so many things we can't do, we're still going forward. So our new members, starting in August of last year, was the Patriot Trolley, Raising a Village, Stay Fit Personal Training. Is it Rijo's Boutique? Rijo's Boutique. Sorry about that. I should have checked that in advance. MRC Plumbing Company, R&B Tree Service and Landscaping, Piece of Clay Pottery, Zen Business, Best Medical, St. Francis County Fairgrounds, Holsey Properties, the Yellow Rose Thrift Shop, the Brush and Needle Art Gallery and Tattoo Studio, Bowtie Catering, the Soap Lady Cleaning Supplies, CNC Suppliers, Janitorial and Food Service, and St. Francis County. Can you believe that? Wow. That's awesome. Impressive list of folks. So, chamber events. We didn't get to do a lot of events last year, but we're hopefully going to pull some off this year. We've rescheduled Sweetheart Trivia. It's normally around Valentine's Day, but the committee felt like, hey man, when you're in love, every day's Valentine's Day, right? We can do this in August, can't we? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and have Sweetheart Trivia. We're just going to have it a little bit late. That's rescheduled for August 21st, so mark your calendars for that. It is by far the most amazing trivia night, like in the entire state. So come and enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. We've also got a First Friday Coffee coming up on March 5th at Colonial Life. And you've got a list on your table. It says signature events, and just in case you're as goofy as I am, there are two sides. Pay attention. I didn't know that earlier. So if you want to know what's going on, you can consult that list. So chamber business goes on, COVID or not, and we've got a couple things to talk about, and I want to introduce Heather Garner, If she will come on up, she is our local YouTube star and Shopopoly chairman.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm afraid I'm gonna run into both of them. So yes, you may know me. I am the most recent YouTube sensation from St. Francis County. If you haven't watched it, thank you. So,
You must watch it.
Shopopoly. Tammy sent out some emails, and we're kind of excited about this. This is a game that we have created to get customers into your businesses. So everybody that all the businesses, I'm not a public speaker, I do better on YouTube, so when I stumble through this and the heckling table over there starts heckling me, and I walk away crying. Okay, so we have this property spots. They are $100 each. Businesses can sign up to be a property block. You will get a property card to hang in your windows, identifying you as a Shopopoly location. And then as customers come in and they make a purchase or sign up for a newsletter or enter a drawing, whatever you have them do, you can have them jump through a hoop if that's what you want to do. You will give them a property card. Once they fill up one of the property blocks, so let's say they fill in the 3 blue ones, they will drop those off at the chamber office and they'll be entered into a drawing, and there are 10 sets of property blocks. And each one person will be drawn for a $100 prize. Am I right so far? I have no notes. So now, if somebody visits all of the businesses on the board, they'll be entered into the grand prize of
It's $1,000.
$1,000.
But everybody gets entered into that.
Oh, everybody gets entered into that. Let's see, I should have, this is why Tammy should be up here talking. And then we also have our community chest, so that's where somebody can go into the chamber office and donate either gift cards for the ambulance district and central dispatch for float food, lunch, what have you, or the Elvin's food pantry. Again, it's a minimum $10 donation, and then each person that does that is entered into the grand prize. I know it's confusing. Watch the video or don't. That's your choice. But Ray Coles was the first one to sign on, so this is an example of their property card that they'll have in their window, and then their property cards that they'll hand out. And again, you can have them do whatever. You can require a purchase. You can. We've got some that are doing door prizes, newsletters. The 4 corners. Oh yeah, we have the 4 corners. What happens with the 4 corners?
They do count. It's a separate prize drawing for $500.
There you go. It's a separate prize drawing for $500. That is not in the video. It was not, because you were cheating.
Right, you were cheating.
I did not
You
cheat.
were cheating in the video.
Did not cheat. Ask my daughter. The 4 corners are Best Medical, the Daily Journal, CASA, and do we still have a corner open?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we still have a corner open. If you're interested in that corner,
Those are nonprofit spots.
they have to be a nonprofit, Rotary.
Or non-service related, yes.
There you go. So, I'm looking at Parks because I think he's the one with the money. I don't know why. Okay. If you have more questions, ask him.
Thanks, Heather. Isn't that the coolest idea?
Yes.
I don't know. I want a property spot and I don't have anything to do with it, but I think it's totally cool. Another piece of housekeeping business, chamber dues. So it is now getting towards the end of February. Chamber dues were due at the beginning of the year or end of the year last year. So if you haven't paid yours, please see Tammy and make arrangements to get that done so we can wrap that up. Starting in about 30 days, I guess, we start purging our rolls of folks who didn't pay their dues because unfortunately there are some hard costs with being a member of the chamber and we need you to. We need your support. So if you haven't paid, let's make arrangements to get that done if you can. Thanks so much for that. Our center stage investor, Home Pools and Spas, did not make it today. So you will not get to see their commercial, unfortunately. However, do we have a door prize from them? I guess normally we have a door prize.
They normally bring it with them.
They normally bring it with them. So should we draw?
We can draw. I think I have something at the office that we can replace it with. If we want to go ahead and draw for it, then we'll get that to whoever wins that.
Okay, we're gonna draw and you're gonna get something. if in fact you're the winner. So Tammy has this newfangled thing where we spin this thing on our phone and it has all your names in it. And I rolled Bobby Redford. Bobby, are you Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you won something, and I have no idea what. But we're gonna get it to you, Bobby.
Just don't sign anything.
Yeah. You won chairmanship of 6 committees. Good for you. Fabulous. But wait, there's more. So, unfortunately for all of you, today's program is the State of the Chamber, which is a lot of fun, but it is me, so you get to hear more from me. Maybe. Okay, so before we start the State of the Chamber address, first I want to recognize an extremely important milestone in our chamber. In today's world, it's an extremely rare thing for people to commit to anything for any period of time, much less 25 years. According to an article in the Washington Post, only about 1/3 of marriages in the United States make it to the 25-year mark. 1/3. Oh my gosh, right? The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics indicates that the average length of time an employee in our country stays at a single job is 4.3 years. Some people, however, do defy these statistics, and our very own executive director, Tammy Coleman, recently celebrated 25 years as our chamber director. Can you believe that? She has guided our chamber through highs and lows. She has led us through great times and difficult ones. And somehow she always has a new and fresh idea. I don't know where they come from. Let's face it, we all know that while the board gets all the credit, Tammy does the heavy lifting. We all know that. I wouldn't be here without her. We would like to present Tammy with a small token of our appreciation and congratulations on this occasion. Tammy, I want to say from your board of directors and your chamber, thank you for pouring yourself into our chamber day in and day out. Thank you for always going above and beyond. Thank you for worrying way too much. Thank you for having all the answers, or at least finding them. Thank you for your leadership, your determination, and your great big giant beautiful heart for our community. Thank you. Come on.
Hi.
Thank you. So now for the rest of the long and boring speech. Did my mic quit, or can you hear me okay? I think it quit.
It's because we didn't want to hear the
It's going to be a lot more boring once this microphone kicks in, let me tell you. Look at that. Thank you. We're bringing in the B team here. Is that better? Nope.
Missouri.
How about now? Okay. I was going to sing a few bars, but we're going live, so we don't want to do that. Thank you. Okay, so on with the long and boring speech, the state of the chamber. When 2020 began, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say we had no idea what was about to hit us. We had no idea that we were set to face a worldwide pandemic. And we had no idea we would see community shutdowns, early business hours for at-risk customers, shortages of things that we take for granted like toilet paper, paper towels, hand sanitizer, disinfecting wipes. 2020 moved us all in a world we just had no idea we were moving into. Without a doubt, Tammy had no idea that she would lead our chamber through a worldwide pandemic as well. In a year where it could have been absolutely acceptable to stand back and wait to see what happens, or throw up your hands and say we can't get anything done, we did not do that. Tammy and the Park Hills Leadington Chamber of Commerce moved forward in spite of all the things that happened. Our president last year, Shelley Odell, continued to keep our board engaged and on track to move forward, and Tammy and Shelley worked hard to find innovative ways that the chamber could help our investors weather the unprecedented times. I'm delighted to report to you today, our chamber investors, that the chamber is financially solvent. Our income from events was reduced dramatically by COVID-19, cancellation of events that sustain our chamber financially. And this could have resulted in a tremendous financial deficit for us, but with some innovation and careful control on expenses, we were able to end the fiscal year slightly ahead of where we expected to be. The innovative efforts of the chamber netted some other great numbers as well. In fact, let's play a game. You guys want to play a game?
Sure.
Okay, cool. It's a multiple choice game. I'm going to give you the rules. 1, keep in mind we're dealing with 2020, not a regular year. We're dealing with COVID-19 year. Yikes. 2, remember that during a good portion of the year, businesses experience quarantines, shutdowns, slowdowns, and unprecedented turndowns. 3, I'm going to give you a multiple choice question. I'll read you the 3 choices, then I'll give them to you one at a time. You raise your hand when you think I said the right answer. Everybody get the rules? We're good? Okay. Question number 1, during 2020, how many businesses made the decision to become a new investor in the Park Hills Leadington Chamber of Commerce? A, 22, B, 12, C, 1. Okay, now, when I say the one, when I give the answer, raise your hand if you think you got it. A, 22. How many think 22? Quite a few, okay. B, 12. How many think 12? Okay. Or C, 1. Nada. Good for you. Well, the correct answer is A, 22 businesses. Can you believe that? In a COVID-19 world, 22 businesses saw value in joining this chamber, and that is exciting news. I think it's remarkable. Question number 2, during 2020, amid shutdowns, quarantines, and all that came with the crazy year, how many businesses celebrated ribbon cuttings with us? A, 2, B, 4, C, 6. A, 2. How many think there were 2? B, 4. How many think there were 4? Okay, pretty good. How many think there were 6? C. I think the C's have it. 6 businesses celebrated ribbon cuttings with us, mostly with masks on our face, and we went Facebook. That's where we started going Facebook Live, because that was our best choice in the COVID year. So the C's had it. Good job. Last question right now. During 2020, our website became a great source of information for our investors and our community. In fact, we had a record number of page views in 2020, more page views than we have had since A, 2019, B, 2012, or C, 1776. So who thinks A, 2019? Who thinks B, or C, 1776? Who thinks it was 1776?
You jumped.
B, 2012. How many we have there? And the B's have it, although C is probably accurate too. It's probably true. I think both answers should count. We had 74,158 pages viewed last year. We had more visitors to our website than we have had since our launch in 2012. Is that not incredible? I am incredible. But we use more than just our website to get information out in the COVID age. The Park Hills Leadington Chamber launched a YouTube channel and an Instagram account. Social media of all kinds were implemented to help get important chamber and community news into the hands of people who needed it. Our website and social media tools were used to provide critical information from not just our investors, but also St. Francis County Health Department, the CDC, state and federal offices. They sent out 301 news releases during the year 2020, including 108 releases in the month of March alone. That's a lot of news releases that went through our social media and Facebook page. While we were not able to greet our investors in our office, we were working diligently behind the scenes to keep our chamber investors and our community informed. 2020 also saw a great opportunity to revive the chamber e-newsletter. Have you been getting those in your mailbox, the e-newsletter? The new eye-catching format is easy to follow and another great way to keep up with news, events, and what's going on with your fellow chamber investors. We hope you're enjoying that. We hope you're clicking on those links and seeing what's going on. Dealing with a year like 2020 calls for innovation. Our chamber was pressed to find new and innovative ways to help our business community show support for our community at large and keep our chamber relevant. Here are just a few of the innovations that took place. One, we used technology to broadcast live from our investor meetings and stream them on our Facebook page. Even if you couldn't attend the meeting, you could benefit from the information that was shared from wherever you were. Two, we found innovative ways to promote our investors by filming video commercials of them to share on our YouTube page and social media sites. Did you see some of those commercials? Pretty cool. Guys, don't be camera shy. When we're ready to do a commercial, step up. This is a great tool. We also, number 3, created Project We Love Our Central Rebel Seniors. The project placed 216 signs in community yards to show support for our kids during one of the weirdest senior years in the history of senior years. It's just incredible. And this community really stepped up and supported them in an unusual but very safe and practical way. We really appreciate that. We also created Project Gift Card, which was an incredibly innovative project offering gift cards to participating chamber investors designed to give business when business was almost impossible. So not only that, but the chamber matched funds. So we sold more than 1,400 in sales and paid out an additional $1,759 in chamber funds to those participating businesses. That was business those folks may have never seen during that time, and we were so proud and pleased to have done that. And lastly, a brand new, incredibly fun, exciting, innovative program was born, Shop-a-bly, which Heather Garner just introduced us to a little while ago. So if you haven't watched the YouTube video yet, oh, you simply must. It's really something. So if you're keeping score in our game, how many of you got all 3 questions right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A handful of you got them all right. Great job. But the great part of the whole thing is your Park Hills Leadington Chamber of Commerce is still here. We're still relevant. We're still working, and we all win when we choose to be a part of something in this great community. So while we're unable to hold a lot of the events that we normally hold during 2021, we're going to restore some of your favorites. During 2020. We're going to restore your favorites in 2021. We talked about Sweetheart Trivia's coming back, which is going to be amazing. We do plan to have a banquet this year, and the committee is meeting shortly to talk about that. So you'll be getting some more information on that, and you have your signature events list at your place on the table. Make sure you take that with you and consult that so you'll know what's going on each month. Committees are meeting right now and making plans to jumpstart programs that have been placed on the back burner, and we're delighted to get to meet in person for our monthly meetings and for Friday morning coffees as well, First Friday coffees. If you haven't been to one of those, we encourage you to do so. It's a great networking event, very low-key. You can wear your jeans, hang out, get to know people. It's a great thing. Your board of directors is working in the background creating renewed structure for our chamber and working out long-range plans that will keep our chamber relevant for decades to come. And we invite you to participate, join in, invest in the Park Hills Leadington Chamber with your time and your talent. Is it a chamber project that interests you? Ask how you can volunteer. Would you like to get in on the leadership side of the chamber? Let somebody know that you're interested in being on the board of directors. Do you want to get the most out of your membership by increasing your network and making new contacts? Join the ambassadors. It's a great way to meet people. But the most important thing you can do is invest in your chamber. Come to the meetings when you can. Come to the ribbon cuttings. Meet new people. Increase your network and theirs. Make them feel welcome. Join in on the activities. Keep up with your newsletter. And all these things are designed to help you build your business. Tammy is in the office every day, just waiting for your call to help you with whatever you need. She's amazing, completely amazing. 25 years of that, good Lord. We're looking forward to sharing 2021 with you, whatever this year may bring. Together we can do things that we could never do alone. So that's the end of my long, boring speech. And now I'm going to open it up to investor announcements. Does anybody have an announcement they want to make or something they want to say? Heather?
I will, because I didn't talk enough. Okay, so I'm with the Southeast Economic Development Fund. We're part of East Missouri Action Agency as well. And one of the new programs that we've started this year, actually August of last year, is the Small Dollar Consumer Loan Program. It's new, we did it in August, and it's an employer-based small dollar loan program. I have notes this time, guys, so bear with me. It's offered through Seeds. Loans up to $1,000 are available to employees of participating employers, and these loans are paid back through payroll deduction. So, for example, say Mineral Area College signed an MOU. Any of their full-time employees over the age of 18 can apply for a loan up to $1,000, and then that's paid back through payroll deduction. So it's kind of an out of sight, out of mind. They're not missing that $43 a week or a paycheck or $96, however they get paid. And it's paid back over 12 months. Typically what we're seeing is people are using that money for unexpected expenses like car repair or medical bills. Back to school, we had several people take advantage of it at back to school. So if this is something that you're interested in offering your employees, Mineral Area College, we would, get with me and we can talk to you. This is no cost to the employer. The only thing the employer has to do is set up the payroll deductions and verify employment. Employers are not on the hook whatsoever for any of the loans, any of the monies loaned out. That's on us. So it's a great addition to any program, Dave.
Great benefit. That's awesome. Yes.
I'd like to announce the April elections started today. So if, I know there's Park Hills has a mayoral election and some city council. Central School District has an election, and there's 2 countywide, the health board and 911. You can vote at our office starting today on Weber Road, but it's not like November. You either have to have the excuse that you may be out of town or that somehow illness is a factor. In other words, maybe if you were high risk and you do not want to go vote in a group at the polls on election day. But unfortunately, we'll usually only get 10 to 12% of people vote in April, and we'd like to see it higher.
Great, thank you. Who else has an announcement?
I'll go again.
Okay. Heather. She's out of control.
Sorry, I haven't been out in months. I gotta get this all out.
She want me to get her.
Go for it, Heather. Just go for it.
What's the penalty for assaulting a county commissioner at a public event?
Very low.
As if on cue, that's fine.
Autos for Autism. So April 17th will be the Autos for Autism event at the Bon Terre Drag Strip. I am lucky enough to be in charge of soliciting donations for the silent auction. Some of you probably received an email from me this morning, but there are still sponsorships available. It is Autos for Autism, Visions for Hope, Hope for Autism. They're all nonprofits. So if you're looking at making a donation or have an item you would like to have included in the silent auction, I have forms today, and I think this is the last time I'm talking. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Dave, are you clapping because you've done or because of the great stuff you said? I'm just curious.
He's my biggest fan.
Great job, Heather. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, anybody else have any announcements that you want to make? Nope? Okay. Well, our next investor meeting will be March 16th at the White Magnolia Banquet Hall right here. And we will, of course, we're going to ask you to respond in advance, make reservations in advance. If you can do that, please, that makes our count a lot easier. And then our next investor meeting speaker will be Eric Gregory, the administrator of St. Joe State Park. And he has always got a really interesting program, so we're looking forward to that. We're going to pull our 50-50, right? Okay. Again, with a great tool. We got a great tool here. The winner of the 50-50 is Joe Gilgore. Unfortunately, I lost your money, Joe, but sorry about that. It'll be here somewhere.
Right.
Surprise. It's not really
Might be
money.
in her purse.
Don't check my purse.
Oh, there's Monopoly money over here.
Yeah, there's Monopoly money. All right, I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and we've got one last little thing. We're going to ask Tammy to come sit in this chair right here. There's a few people who have been waiting for this opportunity to personally thank her for what she's done for the chamber. So we're going to put her on the spot, and we're going to give them an opportunity to come up, shake her hand, and show her some love. So if you want to say something to Tammy, the queen is on the throne, and she is holding court. So I know she loves this. This makes her day.
Camera's not on.
So thank you all for coming. Please come back next month. I hope that we will, as this year goes on, we'll be able to sit closer and talk more and meet more. So thank you all so very much. Have an awesome rest of your week.
Oh, I've got one, just for Tammy though. It's not even close to being enough of an appreciation for all that you do, and you don't have to share that with me.
Thank you.
You don't have to read it right now.
Okay. Thank you.
My turn.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Would never do it without you. You're amazing.
Thank you. You guys are killing me. Thank you so much.
Some of us didn't get the email.
Oh, wait, there was no
We're not
email.
done yet. Yeah, there wasn't
Hold on.
one, Jan.
So, those of you on the board know, as Ursula has mentioned, like, everything that we do is crazy. You never know what you're gonna get, so. I'm gonna need you to coordinate this. But there's your very own nameplate, chaos coordinator, because that's what she is. So there's that. And then for any of you, I know I was speaking with someone earlier today, and they said they were on the board that actually hired you, and they're here.
Yes.
So
That's how old I am. And Tammy used to remind me how old I am. So now it's kind of funny when she says something, I go, oh, are you getting older now? I enjoy that a lot. I was probably her age when we hired her.
So while we're doing a show of hands, how many people in here have served on the Park Hills Leadington Chamber of Commerce Board in the last 25 years? Look at all of them. So, another thing I know that we have said, and I happened to come across this, and I'm like, she has to have it. Hey Tammy, we need to do this. Hey Tammy, can we get this going? And oh, Shop Appley, we need that tomorrow, and this we needed yesterday. And you're like, can you get to all of that? And what does Tammy say? I'm not sure how, but I will get it done. So she has a very long time that we're gonna keep. And then here is your basket of chocolates.
The best part.
So we thank you so much for everything that you have done. All of us are better people because we're led by you. So
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We'll give you a break now.
Thank you
So much. Thank you all
And there
so
was
much.
no email involved. This was impromptu as heck, so I know it does not appear so, but it was. It just worked out this way. Yes, Mr. Cater?
I won't give her a hard time, but Pam and I go way back. I tell you, it's been a pleasure to work with her on different, remember the old Christmas party we used to do for the kids?
Oh, the
Foster Children Christmas. It's just, I've been blessed to be able to, with the Lowe's Chamber and her, you guys invite me over to do things, and you've done a great job, and to have somebody last as long as you have in the business, it's nice. It's good to see that people are still involved when we were a lot younger back then, when we got first involved, so.
Yes, you all were.
She was like my sister.
Thank you.
So, no, it's a been a pleasure, Tammy.
Well, thank you
coming
very
from the other
much. I
cities
appreciate it.
around, that you've done a great job, and it's not just been a Park Hills thing, and I hope people understand that. And that's why Carrie and I got on board to the commission. It's not just one town. It's all the towns together, working together, and you've made it a pleasure. So, thank you so much.
so much.
Awesome. Everybody have a great week, and let's come back next month and do it again. Thank you. I promise I
Wave.
will not give a boring speech.
Wave! Yay!